doing a little bit more cast netting today. I gotta get some food for Albert's. I just threw, this is like my 5th cast net, and I finally caught something. I believe I caught, looks like I caught a small baby bluegill. Majority of the time, that's what I end up catching, is a bunch of bluegills. I really want some shad, but doesn't look like I'll be catching those anytime soon. I think that was all of them, right? It was just 2. So we got one right here. Yeah, I think that was it. I could have sworn I saw 2. I don't know where the other one went. Oh, he's right here. So I got 2 of them. Let's go ahead and get a bucket of water for those 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and use one of them as live bait. Alright, so that little one's gonna go in there. This guy right here, he is going to be used as live bait. Now hopefully I don't lose this guy. This is a really cool sunfish too. He's extremely green. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave him there. Hopefully I catch something. If not, don't matter. I'll still be cast netting. We got ourselves another bait. Let's go ahead, get these guys in some water. Is there any fish in here? Nope. Ain't nothing in here. Alright. 2 little bluegills. Let's get them in some water. In you go, guys.
Alright everyone, so in case anybody here is new to the channel, this is Albert. He is my largemouth bass. I've had him for a little over a month now, and I've been taking care of him. I caught him from a lake, and I love this guy. He's one of my favorite fish I've ever kept, and this is going to be a feeding video. I'm going to be feeding him a few different things that I haven't shown you guys before. One of those things are these green worms that I bought from academies. So instead of using the red worms, I thought I would try to give him some green worms. You know, I don't think there's a big difference between the two except color. Now these worms, I didn't find out until after I fed him. These green worms are actually injected with a green dye, but the dye is non-toxic. So that's the green stuff that you see that he's spitting out. If I would have known this, I wouldn't have fed it to him, because this is going to ruin the water, which you guys will see later on in the video. These are the bluegills that I caught that you guys saw me cast netting for earlier. They are pretty sizable, and these are one of Albert's favorite foods. I think his #1 favorite food is red worms. He absolutely loves those. But I've never seen Albert so hungry and so aggressive. Like lately, he's just been demanding food. And he'll do that by doing this. He'll go to the front of the aquarium and just stand there and just look at me until I feed him. And he'll do that until I feed him enough, and then when he gets full, he'll go and hide behind the Anubias plants back there towards the left, which I think is amazing because he's finding a way to communicate with me. Call me crazy, but I feel like I can read this guy pretty well now. I understand his body language, and everybody should have that connection with their pet. You should fully understand, you know, their body language and what they're trying to tell you. You know, animals can't talk, obviously, but they can do a few things to kind of hint at what they need. And like I said, when Albert, he's just sitting in the middle of the aquarium, just staring at me, just waiting for me to put in some food. That's how I know he's hungry. When he's full, he'll go away and just kind of do his own thing in the aquarium. He's really healthy, he's really happy in this tank. Only one issue is that he's growing and he's getting really big, so I have to give him away soon. While I was out cast netting, I also ended up catching this thing right here, which is a clam. And I was really curious because I never caught one that was closed before, so I really wanted to know what was inside it. And I was really expecting like a pearl or just at least some meat, you know, muscle meat or whatever. But I used a knife to pry it open because I didn't have anything else to open it with, and there were just like a bunch of mud in there, and I was kind of disappointed. I was like, this is such a healthy looking clam, and all there was mud in there. Also, I went ahead and threw the seashells away because seashells are not good for your aquariums. They can harbor bacteria that's really bad for your water column in your aquarium, so I highly recommend that you don't put seashells in your aquarium unless you wash them very thoroughly. Next thing that I wanted to feed him was a rodent or a mice or a mouse, whatever you want to call it. Now, these are dead. These are not live, okay? And I actually bought these from the store. If you don't want to watch a fish eat a mouse or a rodent, please click off the video right now. Otherwise, if you leave a comment and you're telling me you didn't like what you saw, I'll have zero sympathy for you, and I don't know what else to tell you. Like, get off my video if you don't want to see it, okay? But I wanted to try this out. I wanted to feed it to him. Now, I don't recommend that you guys feed your fish rats and mice, because from what I've read, it's really hard for fish to absorb the fats on mammals. But I mean, I have a largemouth bass. It's not like I have an Oscar or like an aquarium fish. I have a wild fish. So in the wild, not only is he a hardy fish and he's been accustomed to multiple types of changes in his environment, but he also pretty much eats anything that hits his water. So I'm pretty sure when he was in the lake, he was already eating like dragonflies and lizards and frogs and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I didn't think it would really hurt him to feed him a mouse or a rat. But if you're going to do this, I don't recommend that you do this unless you're feeding them like a pinky, which is a baby mouse, which has no fur on it. But even then, I wouldn't recommend that you feed that to your fish unless you know they can handle it, because this can cause problems for your fish from what I've read. I'm pretty sure someone that's viewing the video right now can also add some more information to that. I just know from the few things that I've read online, it's not easy for them to absorb and digest these types of food. But I went ahead and fed it to him anyway, because it seems like anything that I threw at him, he was going to eat anyways. And like I said, he's a very hardy fish. You can kind of see that his belly's poking out, but he was still demanding more food. I believe those little bulges right there are the feet of the mice, but I'm not sure. So as you can see, a day later, the water just turned green. It was like super green. And I saw some of Albert's droppings, and the dye was coming from his droppings. If you don't know what droppings are, it's poop, in other words. And it didn't seem like it was harming Albert at all. He seemed perfectly fine, like perfectly okay. Just the water was just really green, which I didn't like, but this can easily be fixed with a simple water change, which I will be doing here pretty soon. So I decided to go get him some more food. I decided to get him a little bit bigger mouse. Now, when I took this out and showed it to him, I think he was a little intimidated, but I think he was like giving me the green light and say, hey man, go ahead and throw that in there. I can go ahead and handle that. I'm a big boy. So I went ahead and did what I thought he would want, and he ended up eating that thing like bam, just really fast. Swiped at it, chewed on it some more. And as you can see, he did not give up so easily. He just kept chomping until eventually he got that thing down. I'm pretty sure these rats are going to make him grow really fast, so I should kind of go easy on the rats and the mice. I think that's like the most protein I've ever given him. Usually I just feed him the fish that you guys saw that I fed him earlier, or I'll just feed him some worms or some krill. I've been feeding him a lot of different things. What do you guys want me to feed him next? Let me know. I was thinking of some crawfish, but I haven't been able to get a hold of any, and some frogs. I think that's what I'll feed him next, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know. There's a YouTuber by the name of Zach Catch 'em All. Shout out to that guy. Catch 'em all! And he feeds his largemouth bass bacon, so I'm thinking maybe I should try feeding my largemouth bass bacon as well, but I'm not too sure if that's really healthy for the fish. But honestly, I don't even think Albert will like it. I mean, who knows though? If he eats rats and mice, I'm pretty sure he'll eat it. Anyway, so that's pretty much the video for today, guys. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed it. If you guys want to see more feeding videos, please smash that like button. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel. And for those of you who are already subscribed, share the video. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace out, guys.